Kareem's Quest is at the famous Flatbridge. Now, this is an area that many people revere because so many accidents have taken place at this location. And if you go to my website, kareemsquest.com, I did a compilation of 7 of the most tragic accidents that have taken place here. Now, for some reason, some people say that there are mermaids in the water. Some people say that there's a mystical component that, you know what I mean, many of us may not know about. But for whatever reason, a lot of things have taken place right here, and it definitely has this notorious reputation, you know, in terms of what can take place, right? So you hear the drivers them right now, them talk to me in my ears while I'm shooting. I mean, it's still a place where many people take a lot of precautionary measures because some of these incidents happen late at night, and then the residents who live close by, they have to be the ones coming out and doing the diving. And I actually interviewed some of them in terms of them recollecting their stories and incidents where they had to be saving people and things like that. So check out the full episode, and remember, you can go to my website kareemsquest.com to find out more information on this location. Kareem's Quest. Today on Kareem's Quest, we're entering the famous Bagwalk Gorge, and there is the gate where if the water is too high, they close it off from there, so you have to use an alternate route. Now, on this road chat with me is Keno Elliott from Elliott's Photography. You can find some of his great photography in terms of sports that take place in Jamaica. And we're going to talk about the 7 most famous incidents that have occurred. So Keno, what go on?
What's up, Kareem? I'm here. How you doing?
All right, we're good. All right, so let's start off. So there was a recent incident with an old guy who comes from Portmore, and his vehicle careened off it and he died, right? But there are some even bigger, see, truck man up, blow him on. There are some even greater incidents that have occurred. So we're basically entering the Bagwalk Gorge now. You see the vendors there, you see the bridge there. So start us off, Keno. And all of these can be found on kareemsquest.com website. So if you go to the website, you can get the full article with all of these incidents documented. Go ahead, Key.
Okay, so the 7 most famous incidents that occurred at Flatbridge.
All right, number 1.
Number 1, June 4, 2021, female drives SUV off Flatbridge into river. Death theorized as a suicide.
All right, so that one, no, I was aware of that one. I think it was like a RAV4 in Keno, right?
Yeah.
And I spoke to some of the divers, and she was driving her vehicle back and forth, right? Like she was contemplating the incident, and she was smoking a lot of cigarettes until she just decided to just drive her vehicle off the bridge. I don't know what could have been happening in her mind, but boy, that one was really tragic. All right?
Yeah, that is.
Chronologically, we're going down to the next one.
All right, number 2, July 16, 2026, a Suzuki Vitara plunges into rear Cobra, killing 6 church group, drowned into river, leaving only 1 survivor. Wow, that must be really hard, Keno, on the survivors, because I remember like collecting that incident. Yeah.
And I think they were coming from like a crusade or something like that. And I don't know what happened. I don't remember fully what happened in the details of that, but can you believe that 6 people?
That's a lot. That's
don't
a lot.
It? And the 1 survivor must be going through something
traumatized.
Don't it?
Indeed.
I mean, all right. So let's get to the next one then.
All right, number 3, October 5th, 2012. Relatives remember drowned men. 3 men die after a trailer plunge into the river.
Wow, 3 men died after a trailer plunge into the river.
Yeah.
Now, Keno, I rate a lot of trailer drivers.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'd drive a trailer over Flatbridge, you know.
I would be scared as well.
Don't it?
Yep.
I don't know if I'd drive, because see, even now, all of these big vehicles, they're coming off of Flatbridge, you know.
Just like that.
Yeah, don't it?
Yep.
All of these big vehicles are coming off Flatbridge, so it is not the easiest thing to move such a huge vehicle over it, and then suppose you get pinned when you go over in the water. Wow. All right, let's go.
All right, number 4, May 29, 2002. A van plunges into rear Cobra at about 2:30 p.m. Man missing.
Wow, the man is missing. Some people say there are mermaids in the water.
I heard it a lot.
See it? You hear it a lot too?
Yep.
So I know, see, we're approaching Flatbridge. Some people say that there are mermaids in the water. Some people say, you know what I mean? Because when I spoke to some of the divers, they're like, yo, listen, there was one body that nobody could find, sorry. And I'm like, really? It's like, nobody can find that body. So, you know, yeah, your bet is as good as mine. Next one.
All right. Number 5, May 14, 2001. Cop and companion perish in freak accident.
Wow. Wow. I don't even know what that one is about.
This one is very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in that case. All right, next one.
All right, number 6, November 30, 1998. 3 persons died in a motor vehicle accident in the Bogwalk, George, St. Catherine.
Wow. Okay, so for these multiple reasons, Kino,
Yeah.
a lot of people have been saying that, hey, something is not right here, so something can be off. You get me? I don't know what to say about it, right? I don't know if it's accurate. I don't know what to say, but I know that, you know, some people say there's something mystical about it. All right, next one.
Number 7, June 29, 1996. 7 die at Flatbridge after minibus plunges into Rio Cobre.
Wow, I remember that one, and I asked the divers about that one. And you can look at my video with the divers about that one. Yeah, man. I think they said that they went down and they tried to save as many people.
Oh my God, that's crazy,
on
bro.
the minibus as possible, right? I mean, especially even one of the older divers who would have been active in them times there. He recollected that story to me, and he was like, yo, listen, them go down there and them try.
So they have to pick and choose who they can save.
Wow.
Just imagine, you have to choose who to save and who you should
leave. And hearing the screams and all of them little stuff there, I mean, it's not the easiest of things. So, you know, I mean, for some people, it's really hard. And I can't imagine what they have to do. And I think that even some of these divers, like, you should have a permanent post out here. So now we're going over it, right?
Yep.
And I mean, boy, you know, this is still a very scary place for many people to traverse. And as you notice, a lot of the drivers are cautiously going over it because, I mean, this is not the easiest path, right? And by the way, people saying that this is the only thing that can exist, right, on this bridge. So we are now going to go into a little area, right?
And when I look, I see a white car come from Lindsay then, and him just drive off in the river.
It's the middle, it's the deepest, right?
Yeah.
Center of the middle.
Yeah, but the two way in shallow.
Yeah.
I am at Flatbridge and I'm talking to Peter and Dixon, who are two of the skilled divers here. Wagwan.
Yeah, man,
we always there, man, and the team up, you know, because it's a 6-man team right now.
It's a 6-man team?
Yeah.
You see.
Tell me about, well, each person tell me about a memorable experience that you had in terms of rescuing somebody. Peter, start.
Alright. I remember a memorable moment like with a girl one night. It's like, well, my team always come an issue thing, because I psychic the girl the night, and I know I said, I see it, come. I see it, so I'm going to tell her, I'm going to say, look here, I'm not ready to leave it, because I can't go in the water, and I have to save her life. So my brother stand by, and I say, really and truly, I can't go in the river. I say, yeah, I see it. So when the car reach a certain destination on the road, I can't see it.
Yeah.
And when the car reach near, I can say, hear it there.
What type of car was it?
A Ford Escort.
Wow, what year this small talk? 80s, 90s?
Yeah, over 80s though.
80s. So tell me how you rescued the rescue now.
So while I got area, so some posts and thing, you have some long lat stick. So my brother though, we just lump on belly, get the girl a stick, and my brother will lump on my feet. And set time some vehicle that come by and they make the rescue I come up. Yeah.
How far did you have to go down to get to her?
No, I can go up on the bowl of the water, so you're about 2 feet from the water or more.
Yeah.
Because my brother hold me, I'm pushing the stick and they hold the stick.
How she end up coming off of the road?
Off of the road?
God is to tell.
Why we don't know them side guys and just come from foreign.
And they don't know the road.
Yeah, and she was a friend along with them. Yes,
How
sir.
deep is this water?
Well, it's about Ilangole.
30, 25
Yeah,
right now.
Ilangole. The middle is the deepest, right?
Yeah.
Center and the middle.
Yeah, but the
is the
two end
deepest.
shallow.
Yeah.
Oh, but the ends are shallow.
Yeah, man,
like,
about
so
I'll say from 15 and
10, something
Yeah.
area, because you have stony and lumpy area.
Dixon, tell me about your experience.
well, you know, say one Sunday evening, you see, I can't forget the evening there. All of us out here, about 6 of us. And we say we are go Bagua. And that spirit said to me, say, don't leave from here, you see? And when I look, I see a white car come from Lindsay then, and him just drive off in the river. And we just took off same time. And when we take out, a 5 of them was in the car. And when we take out about 4 of them, they said, where the driver there? And we did it to boom and go down. And we hold the driver, you know, the driver. And take him out and we can come out so 3 times. And him fling away, you know. Yeah, man, the man have some power in his body, you know, fling away. And a soldier man, some soldier, they don't stand up right.
So why am I fling away from him? Want to go out in the water?
We don't know one to him, brother. Anyway, we go for him back again and bring him down the floor. And the man a wrestle with him when the soldier man take off him belt and come rope him up, you know. And him help with him and we lift him up and take him out and carry him God.
So is as though him never want to be saved?
Do you recognize any of these items? Well, test your Jamaica knowledge at kareemsquest.com.
He look it. And more something like that.
Enough people then send down to
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Wicked
So
thing.
what time do the accidents occur most? At night or in the day?
night.
Most of the night.
Only manage sit in the water because this entire area is very dark in the night. So how you manage?
No, we know it, you know. Just when you know a thing, a different thing probably don't know it, you know.
Because once you carry that,
Once you carry go down there, sir, and we take off, we know where them there.
you know, get back up and back.
After we trade that.
You can't really do it here.
Yeah.
So the problem, I have to get it full. I think that's wind up on the seatbelt too. So seatbelt, now I see, that's why I think I really need the tank. I see some people let them shop before them enter, and then some people go enter all smell them sleep. And then under the seatbelt and them something. So, they need tank.
You need a tank. So you don't need the government to give you some tank, don't it?
You don't need one tank.
Even 1 or 2.
1 or 2. We have 2 tanks that can save an entire 2.
And have you guys ever been paid?
No.
As me said to you, I want a long time.
Long
We used to
time.
get
I
a
never,
little-
and some
a
people
little
never
small.
involved, some people never know.
Yeah, we used to get a little
Nothing
small.
official. I think I don't even know.
But not get paid for do and do.
No, man. Let me tell you how we live, you see. This when something go over in there,
I get a
and the
plaque.
wrecker man pay we your money, you know. But some people no come back here, you know.
And do it with the tanks.
No, no, you
Oh,
come.
they will save a truck guy.
3 of them,
One
you
in
know.
the journey. And none of them stop come back here.
Not him say thanks. Not him come back and say
Thanks.
I just say wrecker man we live by man.
And
More
see,
time we get
some
some
of them
money.
CBG
And we dive and tie it with something. And that's how we get our money. Yeah. But we not turn here and see people dead still, you know.
Okay,
No.
it sound half.
We not do it, man.
It's so
Anytime you
awful.
see
yeah.
nobody dead, that must be
You know, man, I
late
did
in
it
the
out of
night.
water.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you didn't sound half. Enough of that, me, I'm a little youth and can't save people in
Yeah,
time.
that day too.
And there's a little kid.
I can't go over right
From
there,
that
you know.
14, I save people in 15, 16,
And
17,
then
right?
somebody in the panel,
fish now this.
she would have lived. Yeah.
So now that we look at those incidents, let's talk about the history of Flatbridge. It was built, I believe, in 1724, Kino?
Yes, 1724 it was built.
Okay, then, all right. And in those times, it was just horse and carriage, right?
Yes, you're
All
right.
What else do we know about the history of this bridge?
I mean, it's saying, you know, it was created basically off a basic framework. You know, a long time ago by our ancestors, you know.
Anybody name that we need to know? So one of the things I can tell you though, Kina, is that they have been trying to create a bigger bridge and nothing else works.
I heard that everything happened, like everything that they created, like would be washed away within days.
Because I don't know if people can see this in the video, but that water goes up really high. Now, you see those trees? Once the water comes in the gorge, right, this water can go as high as those trees that you're seeing. Well, go on, everybody. If you're enjoying my videos on Kareem's Quest, I've got even more great content for you. So be sure to subscribe to my channel for new episodes. And if you want to find some of the best hotels, restaurants, and hidden gems in Jamaica, check out my website, kareemsquest.com. I also curate tours and do itineraries, so feel free to email me at any time. So this is no area to play away. I can't imagine what this is like when, you know what I mean, it really is raining heavily. Anything else, Kino?
Yes. Besides that, when this bridge was being constructed, the 16th plantation in Bagwalk area was obliged to send one slave in every 50 to work on the river.
Oh wow. Oh wow. So you see? And some people are saying Kino is because of the atrocities that many of our forefathers slaves went through.
Yeah.
I to come back.
Yes, I heard that, man.
Right.
I heard that so much.
So I mean, some of them stuff there start to happen, and if you look at this Rio Cobre, and Rio Cobre is a Spanish name as well. A lot of our rivers are still, you know, named of Spanish origins. So you can also see the influence of the history coming back through there. So, but this river that is cool now, you know, like when they start raining, this does start to go up high. And Kino, when they close off the gates, them at the entrance point, and you know that there are people who break the locks.
Yeah, a lot of times.
And still drive through the gorge.
Yep, so they are on their own now. If anything happens to you, the government is not responsible.
All right, same Somerset too. Anything else? Any pointer?
I mean, you know, honestly, Kareem, this bridge was no easy feat to create.
True.
You know, when it rained.
Oh, and there's a famous rock too. So what past the famous rock? If you're here, there's a landmark rock. Those who know it. Those who don't know it, try to find out what it is. Yeah, go ahead, Kino.
Yeah, I was saying this bridge was not an easy thing to be created by our ancestors. When it rained, when it rained heavily, the slaves would have to dig for gravel, marl, and other, you know, minerals. You know, this is how, you know, this thing pretty much work out.
Oh wow. Okay then, cool. So there is a lot for us to take away from this Flatbridge experience, and I mean, I have done a series of documentations on it. Again, you can find it on my website, kareemsquest.com. We can get a lot of good information. It is definitely a path that can be very dangerous if you're going to approach it very cautiously. Don't take it for granted, because even look at the side railings. You see the side railings down right there. So,
and to add on to that, Kareem, you know, actually the government made many attempts to put railings on the flat bridge,
and never worked.
But it never worked. The water washed it away immediately.
Because them say Kino, the current, you know, because the current will come towards us, right?
Yeah.
Them say when that current is so strong that anything that is in its path, go away, right? Now, I have a story to tell you from one of the divers. One of the divers said, yo, a brother in an Escalade, right?
Yeah.
Went over there. And him said, when a female bridge in them get a vision, say, the mermaid says she wants somebody. See the gate here, we're exiting it now.
Yep.
So see the gate here. The mermaid says she wants an Escalade or the fish or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And he said he watched a construction crew with a crane and everything come to take the Escalade, and none of them can move the Escalade.
Seriously?
If say everyone, him said the crane even tilted over at one point, trying to move the Escalade.
Yes. Also, Kareem also learned this, you know, that the water can rise up to 10 feet above sea level.
Wow.
And as such, that's one of the main reasons why they have to close the gates. Both gates that we passed, they had to close it, because here what? Once the water reaches that level, it's a high possibility that some car may be taken over by the water.
Wow, see that? So we have a lot of information that, I mean, makes Flatbridge no easy feat. And as simple as you see that setup and that engineer setup, that's the only thing, Kino, that can last. Nothing else can last right there. So everybody else has tried different mechanisms, and none of them have worked. You know what I mean?
I agree.
And that's something that, you know, it makes it so revered, because at the end of the day, before we had the highway, before we had, you know, any other alternate route, that was the only route people can take.
That's true, I agree.
You understand? I remember there was an incident where somebody said, yo, all the people came out of the minivan and just walked across the bridge.
Yeah.
None of them wanted to drive in the vehicle across it.
That's crazy.
Yes. So that was another nice road chat for Kareem's Quest. If you remember to like and subscribe and to follow the channel, it really does a lot for me in terms of a small YouTube channel. And you can find more content on my website, kareemsquest.com.